Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be putting on upper strut mounts for the rear Viking shocks. I believe they would work for regular shocks too, but this all came with the Caltrac suspension kit. I didn't realize these were coming. I thought the mounts were the bottom parts of the shocks, not the top, for whatever reason. And then after I put everything on, like 2 or 3 days later, these showed up. Is the upper rear mounts. So you get two of these. These go on the top of the shock, and these are going to get sandwiched in between there. You get new mounts, bolts for the main bolts here, and then this is going to go in the trunk, and this is a backing plate for the extra two holes you're going to add. This is the passenger side that I'm finished already. This is, I'm going to say, the easier side because the other side has the gas tank tube right there that you kind of got to move. It's not a big deal, but you still got to move it. Unfamiliar, these are the pieces I removed from the regular shocks. So this is where the mount sat. These are your locating pins. Now this is the gas tube I talked about. It's held in by a 10 millimeter that's underneath this liner and another 10 millimeter here. You just loosen those up and you can move this around and work around it. And then after I get the holes drilled and get the bolts in, I can just put it back on. Maybe I'll put a washer behind here to space it up a little bit, because it's probably going to touch it, but this is metal and none of these parts like move as far as the mounts go, so I don't know that it'll be a problem. Okay, so I have this bolted with these two bolts. Now up here you have the two bolts holes that you need to drill out. So I mounted this plate so that I can use the 3/8 drill bit. Now you could just mark your holes and not actually drill all the way. You get your dents in there, and now I can take that piece back off. This way you're not scratching up the finish on it, or you could get maybe some rust. So now that we have our marks, we can go ahead and drill out the holes all the way through. Now, back there is just a carpet, so I'm going to stop as soon as I punch through. Now you can put this piece back on and just make sure that your bolts fit into the holes. Because if they don't, you might have to, adjust the hole a little bit to get it to start. Okay, so I was able to easily install these two bolts. No problem. Now getting them back out, I don't know, but they're loose. Now what I found is a trick, because this is where I would call it a two-man job, because it's almost impossible. It is impossible to hold this plate in the trunk and then have someone else, and not someone else, but you yourself reach around and screw this into it. So what I found is take this and screw this into it this way, and then go in the trunk, and when the stud will stick out, you could stick it through and it'll come out this top hole, and then that in turn will line up the bottom hole, and then you can finger start that one and then snug it up so it won't turn, and then take this bolt back out and come out here and put it back in. So here is the passenger side. Now I know they mention taking some of that glue out of there, which I think you're supposed to do it, but I'm not doing it. So if you want to do it, then do it, but I'm not. So you just have to pull the carpet up for that. But now that it's done, you can just put this all back on this side. Okay, so with the bolts in, like I said, I got the fuel line back in place, or this is the fill tube, 10mm bolt up there, 10mm here, and you do have to give this a couple love taps so this will clear. It just barely doesn't get it where the bolt can go through all the way. So on the shock itself, you're going to put this nut, it's like a jam nut. You're going to put this on. It's going to go bottom out. It's bottom out right here. So bottom out and then go back just a little bit and run this nut to meet it. And then you can put it in. And I have this raised just enough to get it in there. Now, they want you to put those O-rings on either side of this, and then those spacers. So the best thing to do is like to hold them all together and put them in there all at once. So I'm gonna kind of sandwich it together now before I slide it up to there. So I got the O-ring on the inside, O-ring here, if you don't do it this way, it's really hard to get the bolt in there. And now these is 15, so we're just gonna tighten this nut and bolt up, and then after that we'll put this up to that, and then that's it. So there, everything is buttoned up, it's good to go, and it seems rock solid. The only thing I do is put that hose back in the holder. It's just like a vent line. But other than that, that's it. So that's all there is to it, to the upper rear strut mounts from BMR. It looks a lot more robust, especially since you're held on with those two bolts, the large original, and then the two additional towards the top. And this also adds to more wheel travel, or I shouldn't say, it helps if your vehicle is lowered to travel the correct amount. There's more to come. We got some tow rods to put on, and then this thing's going to get aligned. So please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one.